Hello, my name is Carl Holmgren, and here is my caster system applied to my workbench. Casters retracted, the bench sits elevated on its legs. Casters extended, and the bench rolls easily on large 5-inch wheels. The caster system is essentially the same as all my other caster systems, whereby the caster becomes a fulcrum or a pivot, and the cabinet or bench is pried up when you pry down on the lever. The front caster in this case is attached with a hinge, so as we pry down with the lever, we also pry down on the front caster board, and it pries up on the cabinet at the same time. And of course, we have the same thing at the other end. Back in its parking stall, retract the casters and stands firmly. I think you could apply this caster system to almost any type of workbench, right from a rather crude bench like this, or to the most sophisticated beech hardwood bench in the Schoberg style. Anyway, if you'd like to have plans for it, there are 4 parts to the plans. I made up drawings, 4 pages of drawings, end view with the casters extended, all measurements, end view with the casters retracted and showing the lever arms and the pedal, and a drawing of the pedal itself. I have a full cut and materials list, and this is for the end frames and the casters, not really the workbench, but the casters and the end frames. And I've got a set of instructions, 4 pages with color photos and instructions on how to build a caster system. And these instructions basically summarize a 20-minute plus video on constructing the caster systems. So if you're interested in the plans, you click on the link below and you can download the drawings, the cut list, the colored instructions, and an address for a private video, 20-minute plus private video on construction of the caster systems. Okay, I'm going to include some excerpts of my 20-minute video just to show you what's in it. I want the casters to be as far apart as possible so that the table will be stable when the casters are swiveled inwards. So I remove material from the inside of the legs so the casters can be positioned quite further out and swivel clear of the leg. And here's why I've also why I've cut off the tail of this fork where the brake was mounted. To cut the clearance for the caster on the inside of the bottom end of the legs, I just used a dado stack, my full 7/8 dado stack. Set it about 1 inch high and made a mark on the insert at about 4.5 inches from the point where the blade disappears into the slot. Now, with the chisel, I'm just going to pare off the corners on the steps between the cuts. Okay, the pieces that make up each end are two legs, two cross pieces, and I made up a stick 14 inches long to separate the cross pieces the correct distance. On the back leg, we have a caster mounting block, bearing piece, caster mounting block proper, and then the casters. Before we do any assembly, we need to round over the bottom edge of this bearing block with about a 2.5 inch radius. Now I need to go to the bandsaw and disc sander and smoothly remove the material to this curve. Okay. Front leg. And I can now install screws from the front leg into the cross pieces and complete the assembly. I've got a piece of scrap to hold these caster mounting blocks in the down position or flat position, and the casters can be installed as far out as possible, and yet so they swing, they don't contact the legs. So I'll hold the caster in that position and mark for pilot holes. I've attached the leg assemblies to my old workbench top, and just attached with long screws right into the MDF top. And then I've added these plywood gussets for side-to-side bracing. I put some plywood on each side into the rabbet of the legs and the cross pieces to provide stiffness from front to back. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. And thanks for subscribing. Thanks for forwarding it to other folks you think might be interested. Thank you.